Yes, here I am with Golden Age full album, and this one was for such a long time on my list to do that there was just no way around it. So here it is. I'm really happy to start with this one. This is so weird when I say that. For me, I start now to do the reactions of this album. And when you hear that I did it already, so it kind of, yeah, whenever. It is this invitation, actually, it's this invitation to this journey now together into this album. And I do know Ethel Cain now. I could not say that each song here, I never did a reaction on any song of this album. But I also could not say that they are total unknown to me, so it's kind of a mix. And meanwhile, I also learned a lot about Ethel Cain and Hayden Anhedonia. And yes, here we go. I am totally excited. I can't wait myself to dive in. So the first song here is Sunday Morning. Cool. Let's take a deep breath, and Sunday morning sounds relaxed to me, but let's see what Ethel Cain's version of the Sunday morning of this song is. Here we go. I need to take a deep breath, and these first few lines just already put me into a big story. And because I have the lyrics, I know what she is singing about. So maybe I leave the lyrics in here because it needs really to listen deep into it to understand it. Swaying softly, streetlights glowing through my windows. This did me in a very nice, warm, comfortable place. Trying out each dress I bought for you. This kept me in this beautiful place of somebody who is looking forward to meet her lover or partner or whoever is with her in her life, and wants to look pretty. So then the question comes, do I look pretty? And then it changes totally around when I ask you to hit me. I could not imagine something more submissive than that one, because allowing him, or even asking him and allowing him to hit her so that he can confirm that she looks pretty with that, just gives me, I don't know, iron cold shiver down my spine. It's just like, it actually freezes me inside. And to me also, it carves out this helplessness in there, this somebody who actually is asking for love, because it starts with love. Trying out each dress I bought for you, not for her, for him. This love in there. Do I look pretty? Please tell me I'm pretty. Please tell me I'm beautiful when I ask you to hit me. Which goes total in a direction of that this partner seems to be in a certain way, or in a very clear way, violent, and through that, totally abusive. Wow. So the whole start, it pulled me in, and it starts already with the. I think in the first tone is already the her words pulls me in, and whoosh, it hits, a shock hits into it in these first thoughts I had of this song. Okay, I want to go back the whole. I want to go back the whole song here, and we start again. And I try to go further on into the song. So, okay, goody, goody, goody. Here we go. I came in too early. 1 second, please. Yeah. Good. Okay, it does really get. Yeah, let's take a breath first. Feel yourself. Feel the feelings you have now. Just let them be here. Nothing to push away. And just sit. Feel the ground under your feet wherever you are, or when you're lying in your wherever you touch the ground. Because here it gets actually physical, hands like barbed wire wrapped around my throat. And at the same time, what really kind of confuses me also is this spheric, no, actually it's not confusing, it's very matching, this very spheric music. And it's even hard to hear her words, and everything is lifted off the ground and moving somewhere kind of unreal. And the whole thing becomes a little bit unreal, and except, for example, now here where it gets really, really physical, hands like barbed wire wrapped around my throat, making me cry. Like I told you I wanted in the car on the long drive home. Lost. This is totally lost. To me, this is somebody who is almost under 100% control and is almost 100% abused. I don't have any other explanation for that, because these hands like barbed wire wrapped around my throat, this is definitely hurting and pain, and nobody wants that. Make me cry. Going into pain, into really pain. I told you I wanted in the car on the long drive home, which is this helpless, submissive part in which she wants it. She allows it. She's asking actually for it. And I can only put it there also with the beginning with the song, that there are actually two things. She wants that this person she's with likes her, finds her pretty, even maybe loves her or wants him or her to love her. And at the same time, the connection to a reality is totally lost, and the music tells that. It's not here. It's lifted up. It's not grounded. It's somewhere in a sphere, moving around, whatever. And He in this cloud, in this fog, he seems or she seems or her partner, whoever it is, seems to be the only person she has to hold on. And this makes this abusive situation worse because this person takes advantage of it. I'm not going to lose more words to it. You feel it. Okay. Good. I go back a bit again, and I hope I'll hit the lyrics again. I need another deep breath. Wow. This is just like how much? I don't know. Not even a minute or a minute into the song, and I'm already vibrating inside. Really. Okay. Okay, yeah, there's, it just sunk into me, and I realized some more here. Baby, we're alone now, Sunday morning, everything hurts except for you. So whatever hurts, I put it into his directions. He hurt her, probably in many ways. And I think there's a physical way there, and especially, or most of all, the mental, a psychological way, a mental way. And everything hurts except for you. So there's kind of like a missing connection between him or her and her pain, which can go there that in this pain, and ever she gets, she kind of feels love. She wants to be pretty. She wants him or her to like her, and does a lot to get there. And this phenomenon of getting attention, no matter how and no matter what kind of the attention is, I can read in here. Even if it's violence you get, within this violence you get, there is attention coming your direction. And in cases like that, it goes there where at least I have somebody who looks at me. At least I have somebody who gives me energy and attention. And in many cases of that, it is like this deep strategy wish, or this wish to make a strategy up on to go there where it must be love. What I get here, it must be love, but because it has to be love, it must be love, because this is the only person to hold on. Otherwise, nobody is around. So better this one person who treats me like that, and at least I can say this person is here and gives me this, what I could call love. It is complex. It's kind of complicated, but I'm sure you get, or you feel what I'm saying. It's maybe in one short one short line it is, um, getting mistreated and abused is sometimes better than having nothing at all, to become invisible, not to be here, to be a nobody. And then when this urge is really, really strong to have somebody in the life, then you kind of start to accept a lot of things and except for you. So there is a separation between what she's experiencing and what the source is of her experiences. Wow. Okay, go a bit back again. I'm following. Yeah, I'm really following these lyrics and diving in there. And oh, there's something changing here. So there are a few ways you can go with, and I like thinking I'm no different from you. Is the in there is either this total submission and going into a symbiotic thing in which you just like are there where you think you 100% understand this person who gives you all this pain. So to make more a loving connection than a judging connection or a realistic connection. And at the same time also in there, and I'm not sure where to go. I have a taste of it where she wants to go and where I want to go. But at the same time, there is the level between them starts to change when she goes there and she said, I'm not so different from you." So this pulls her up onto his level. So she's not anymore this under him. She reaches a point also to him. So there are two different ways you can interpret that. And I'm not sure yet where my feelings go. So my feelings definitely go there where I think, yeah, get yourself on the same level. Then you're not so helpless anymore. And then you can gain a little bit of your own strength back to you. And there it comes. This is actually going with the second version. When I go home at night, I think about the ways that I can get out. So the whole picture comes together in I have this relationship and I need this relationship and I search for it because I will dress myself in all the clothes I bought for him or her. And I ask him or her to hit me because he or her thinks then I look pretty. And as I said in the long way home drive, make me cry. And this barbed wire grip around my neck. And this is kind of like this is what I have and I don't want to lose it. And at the same time, thinking about the ways that I can get out shows that there is something which tries to find a way out. But in this situation, it tells very precisely how difficult it is to get out of a situation like that. Because you need this situation, or you think you need this situation, or you think this is the only way I can have a relationship. That I give everything I have, even I go into pain and getting abused. But at least I have a relationship. And this is the part which makes it so difficult to get out of it. Amazing. Put down in these lyrics what happens in such a strongly, I just wanted to say toxic relationship. This is more than toxic. This is abusive. Abusive is, abusive of course is toxic and all that. Yeah, it's a toxic relationship. Good. Let's go on. Oh, okay. I just totally went to the music and I didn't go with the lyrics. I lost the lyrics, so I go back at least to the middle and find the way again, and I will let it run down. I think it was about here. This is because then I can also dive more into the song. And I don't want to read that here already. I think it could have been somewhere here. This is really difficult here to follow with the lyrics because it's sometimes really hard to hear where she is actually. I start here again and try to find it. To find the right spot of the lyrics again is quite difficult here. I think I am about there. Anyway, I will let run the song to the end and go with the lyrics as I also feel it, and then I will talk about the lyrics again. So let's enjoy this part here. Ooh, wow. So this time I'm prepared. What really, yes, first the breath, and this is, wow, I feel like somebody touched me deep, deep inside, touched my heart, touched my soul actually, and kind of just was there and said something totally deep and important to me. And what really also touches me is this, how this love in the beginning turns into this really barbed wire hands around the neck, and then it comes back to here. This I love. Sunday morning, nothing hurts, not even you. No, not even you. It is going to me. There is, yeah. Maybe we need this here also for. Here it starts to change. That make it through the year is kind of like coming back to yourself, and there is something which tells you or her here, these things can have an end. So at some point, these things can have an end. If you and then it comes up like if you make it to the other side. So this is matches perfect this fog and this spheric thing, and there is a side here, and then there is the other side, and the other side starts to call, and it's not really like clear yet what everything is, but there is this dream, this desire, this feeling, this taste of this other side. And just hold on, just make it through the year. You've still got time waiting on the other side. You can make it there, and you'll still be all right. So whatever happens now, once you made it to the other side, you will be a different person, separated or disconnected from the person you are now. So it's not all lost. And what is happening now, it does not mean that this will make you to this person forever. There's a way out. She's taking the way out. And it will take time, but she goes there, even if it's, I don't know, I just put it there like end of this year, or end of the year. And yes, I will, or you will still be all right. You will still be there. You will still have a life. You will be out of it. And nothing hurts. This Sunday morning, waking up, this is beautiful. The Sunday morning turns now into something that whatever was, Sunday morning is kind of this waking up into relaxation, in a day in which you normally don't need to work or do anything, and you can just take care for yourself. And nothing hurts, not even you. So, of course, you could say nothing hurts is because she got totally numb about everything what happens, and not even he can hurt her anymore because the numbness takes her out of all the pain. So that would be this one version, which I don't think is it, but can happen. And the other version is that she got a certain strength. She found a certain strength inside of her, which pulls her out of thinking or of this fascination of being abused and go through pain. So this desire for pain, which kind of tells its love in this distorted world in there, that this changes now, and there's a certain strength coming up, which lifts her out of that, not even you. So whatever this person does will not really hurt her anymore because the other side is coming up and will be there. So the whole wave from this love into this pain and abusiveness, and then it comes up into this new strength. It's a beautiful transformation. It's a beautiful song about a transformation. And it's the more beautiful because she really goes totally deep into these things. As Ethel is, as Ethel always did. So I hope I got everything. Yeah, cool. Here we are. And this is the first song. And very impressive already. And let's prepare for Casings. Kind of could go a little bit same direction. But I need a little time now to digest this song because I feel that here I'm on the one side very, very sad and touched. And on the other side, there's also kind of like a certain stronger energy, like a certain anger that these things at all can happen. But I also enjoy this solace Ethel gives into us, this solace of you can change these things. There's always another side of everything. There's also always the flip side of the coin. Simply said. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. The next one, Casings. I just had some fresh air, sat down, watched the clouds and heard the birds and just calmed down for myself and still also connected to the song and to Ethel and to Hayden, Silas, Anedonia, and with the world, with myself. And now here we go on with the next song, the second song of this EP album, Casings. Let's see what comes up here. Okay, cool. Everything good? Whoa. These beginnings of these songs are so amazing, strong, and just puts me right into the next story, and kind of also makes me a little bit. It connects deeply actually to the first song, to Sunday morning, in which there is, for me, the same energy again. Am I not good enough for you? When you ask that to your partner, then already a lot happened. Am I not enough for you are two things in there. A big insecurity, where I am, what is my position, who am I actually in this relationship? And the other one is, I want to be in this relationship. I want to be seen. I want to be with you. This is actually also kind of an offering for connection. If somebody asks you, am I not good enough for you? This is opening the door to connection. If you really go with empathy and with a touched heart into this question, and you really sit down with this person for this question, then you took this offer for connection, and now the point comes. I want you to see that too, also. So maybe you can follow my thoughts better. Am I not enough for you? That's this one. This is of this offering for a really deeper connection. And is there something wrong with me? And then after this question, these openings for connection, this is really important. These are not complaints, or this is not offensive. This is not something, what is wrong with you that I feel wrong? Does not really, it can go sometimes there that would be more on a manipulative way, but here definitely is going there to offer this connection because there is an energy which wants to be heard and cleared. And then the answer comes, don't cry, you know you're mine. This is not going there where she is. This is kind of, you know I love you, so what's the problem? She has a problem. But he questions, or she, or whoever is giving the answer here, questions this problem. Is that a problem? Why do you have a problem? I love you, you know it. That cuts. That does not make connection. This is, and in these few lines, it carves that actually kind of complex energy or dynamic between in a relationship. It carves it out really clearly. And then it goes on. You say, don't cry, you know you're mine. Baby, don't lie to me. It shows she's not buying it. She's not buying it because she feels that he cannot or she cannot go really into a connection. She's not picking it up. She's not going in there. He or she keeps herself or themselves out of it. And that proves already that line, don't cry, you know you're mine, all that is not true. Because the connection is missing, so it's just words. And when you don't believe what you feel, or if you can't go with that what you really feel, then you start to lie. Oh my gosh, Ethel, you're just amazing. It is also, but there's also a sad part in it because it connects really hard to the first song, in which I actually am not sure, or what I know. Not sure. I'm sure about that in this first song also. There is how easy it can go that you start to be fascinated about things you maybe don't even want or you don't even like it, but because your partner is in there and you feel that this is a way to make connection, then you start to be also fascinated by that. So I interpret it also in the first song that this partner, whoever it is kind of dominating heavy, is controlling heavy, and goes for these two things, goes that far to use also pain, physically or mentally. And there it can happen that a certain fascination for that develops, even if it's not really truly yours, or it becomes for a while truly yours, and then you go for that because you can get addicted to be treated like that. You can. And here, this is game, this is manipulating, this is taking advantage. This is not okay in every sense of it. And if you really, it's not okay. So now we are in this song here, but they belong together. It's really, really, really hard. Anyway, I start again. I want to get this whole feeling again from this music. Beautiful.
Is there something wrong with me? say don't cry, you know you're mine. Baby, don't you lie to me. Am I just now what you want? Am I just now what you need? Is there someone who has your heart that keeps you gone away from me?
Wow. Oh, it opens up this relationship also to something very young, maybe, or new, or maybe it's just an affair. But for her, it's a very important, serious affair. If it's affair, then it's serious because she really wants to know, she really wants to go in there. And this is so beautiful because she offers again connection when she says, "Baby, don't you lie to me? Am I just not what you want?" That's a clear question. Yes or no? Am I just not what you need? Clear question. It can expect a clear answer. Yes or no? And she's offering that, and this is, and there it can start. If am I just not what you need? And this person says, yeah, it's not really exactly that. Then you can start there and you can say, what is it what you need? Maybe I have it. Maybe I can give it. Let's clear it. Let's go somewhere with it. Then the whole thing can start. And when this process starts, then connection happens. And then she goes to the final one, the big one. Is there someone else who has your heart that keeps you gone away? Maybe it's that, and that brought me there, in which you meet somebody, you start to grow together, and then you realize some energy is not really working, and then of course the question can come up: is there somebody else? And we know all these stories about cheating, so it could be. I don't know if it goes there. It could be. It can also happen after a longer time in a relationship, and suddenly you kind of feel that there is a new energy came into the relationship, and which could be that your partner is kind of also absorbed with a new energy from somewhere outside, on which he or she lost his or her heart. Good. She wants this relationship. She opens up connections, and that touches me because these are offerings, and it seems he or her partner, he or she, does not take them. I go back a bit again, and yeah.
Am I just now what you need? Is there someone who has your heart that keeps you gone away from me?
but it's, this cry for love is so touching me deeply, and this honest cry for love is so it's so feelable, and it's so and the music and everything, the depth, this how the music goes with this deep desire, and how it gains this volume, not in that it gets louder, but this volume of filling the room and the earth, and the lyrics again, and the music, of course. So yeah, this, it seems that there is somebody else, and it seems it's a she. And is she prettier than me? These are the questions which come right up. And this shows, these kind of questions show that during now this relationship they had, she totally lost, or is about to lose, her self-esteem, her worth she gives herself, the value she gives herself. Yeah, self-esteem, the being somebody. And because, is she prettier than me? Is her skin softer than mine? It goes there where to put yourself down, because my skin must be raw. I'm definitely not as pretty as she is, because that's why he is there. And can she give you what I can't? Of course, can she give him what she can't? And this is the one way how to think about it. And the other way, or the way which belongs to it, is this other one cannot give him what she can give. What we a lot of times forget is that what you have with somebody, and intimacy, especially sexuality, or in these very connected moments, they are unique. You cannot have the same connection, or the same intimacy, or the same sexuality with somebody else. With somebody else, it's different, but it's not the same. Your sexuality is unique. The sexuality with you, other people can only experience with you. All the sexualities there are equal, because they are unique. You cannot compare them with each other. It's not possible. You can't. And even if somebody says sex with this and this person is better than with you, even if this line comes, then I can totally assure you that this is a view, a point of view of sexuality. This is a narrative of sexuality, or a feeling for sexuality, which won't last too long, because it's a sexuality which depends on somebody. And if this somebody is not around, then your sexuality breaks down and is not existent anymore, because you need somebody to have good sex. As long as your sexuality depends on something or somebody, it's not your sexuality. If it becomes to be your sexuality, the person you share that sexuality, it doesn't matter anymore. That does not mean that you get to the point in which it doesn't matter anymore and you can have sex with everybody. This is not the point. The point is that from that place in which you own your sexuality, and you know you have your sexuality which is independent, and you meet somebody else, then you start to create, I call it the third sexuality, because there's your sexuality, there's the sexuality of the partner, and together you create your relationship sexuality without losing yourself in the sexuality. So this is a secret. I just put in here, and Ethel lifts me up to say that, because of course it does not take away the pain when you know that you get cheated on. It does not take the pain when you have to look that your partner goes somewhere else for whatever he finds there and thinks that he cannot get it from you, or you can't get that or give that. And this is pain, this is hurt. And I just give these words I said before also to, in these moments in which you sometimes can observe what is happening more from a conscious place and not a too emotional place, that you maybe remember that, and you maybe remember yourself. You are unique. Wherever your partner goes, will not do the same experiences as he or she has with you. That stays. Doesn't really take the pain, but it's also a truth. Good. And then it goes on. This is a beautiful one too. Is it something in how she moves? Is it something in her personality? Is it something unconsciously happening, because you can't go there and copy that? It's just not possible. When you're undressed inside her house, this is sometimes there's the imagination that somebody else sees your partner naked, or that your partner allows somebody else to see him or her naked. This can make so much pain. Does she smile? And this is going also, and that's why I can also use sexual comparison, sexual things that, does she smile the way I do when she has you in her mouth? Boah. That's going straight there where it shows how deep the pain goes. Really deep. And it is, and it goes there to tell that, look how much I give into it, how much I do, how much I give you my smile even in this situation. And it seems, or this is my fantasy now, that he might like that a lot, this kind of oral sex, and that she really loves to give him that, and she smiles with it because she's very happy to give him that. And then she wonders that this very special exclusive thing they had together, if he maybe starts to share that also with others, which actually should stay between the two of them. And then it goes into, and then it goes on. And there was also the part, I think a little bit before that, I'm going back here anyway a bit, quite a lot. So there was also this part which reminded me again, in the middle of all these lyrics, there was, again, this very spheric part in which everything lost the ground and started to go into this foggy nowhere somewhere. And then with these lines, then after there was even actually a percussion coming up, a beat coming in, and giving the whole thing a ground again. So as soon as percussions and a pulling beat is underneath, if it's a bass or the drums, then it comes down to a ground again. And before, it was like the first song was very out of there. There was nothing, no instrument which could ground you. Cool. Cool. It's a whole piece of art here. Did I go back already? I don't know. I forgot. For security cases, I go even a bit more back now or again, and we listen into it because the song is beautiful. It's not wasted time to listen to this song over and over again.
Softer than mine. Can she give you what I can? The things I cry for every night. Is it something how she moves? When you're undressed inside her house, does she smile the way I do? When she has you in her mind, do you not love me like you did? When you told me that it's mine, that I've been hurt 'cause you've been too, and that kind of pain you don't mind. I think about you every day, 'cause I love you more than I thought I could. And now that you're gone, I wanna die, 'cause I don't hate you like I know I should. Was I not good enough for you? Was there something wrong with me? I just cried by myself enough, but you'll never know and you'll never see.
Yeah. Just I just need to feel my ground first, my feet, my legs, my breath. Yeah, and if you take a breath too and feel yourself also, feel your feelings, your body. We are still here, we are still on this earth. And we are feeling, this is the beauty in it. And sometimes feelings feel like they do right now. It's okay. Sometimes they go in another direction. They go total in joy or total in sadness. And everything is okay. As long as you feel them, you're alive. And this is where I am, and I'm really touched. And it's a huge sadness in there, because there's this being asking for love and wants to understand, and then ends with this line here. I just cry by myself at night, but you'll never know and you'll never see. He's gone. He's away. He's gone. He's somewhere else with somebody else, sharing all these secret treasures they had with somebody else. And it's kind of like shows that these things you thought are so valuable for the two of you, it wasn't for him. It was not as valuable for him as it was for you. And this is where the whole story, this is where love turns into trait, I think you say, traitor, when he becomes a traitor. And I think she kind of felt it already in the beginning that he is lying to her, telling her, you are mine, so what's the problem? And it started already there, and then it went on until he really left. And there's also, because I don't hate you, and now that you're gone, I want to die because I don't hate you like I know I should. Yeah, of course. Hate is a way to get out of a situation like that, but it won't last. Hate does not fulfill, hate cannot heal. Hate is not a healing energy. Hate is more something which is very much in the moment, and it needs time to develop something so it can transform. The point is with hate that it sometime can transform. And for the moment you can you can change things with hate and you can get yourself out, but hate is not something you want to keep. You just don't. After a while you need to transform it. And but in a situation like that, in which life does not make any sense anymore, totally any sense, and she wants to die because I don't hate you like I know I should. Yeah, these moments are there, and it seems really that to die is one of the only ways out, because there's no world anymore. There's nothing anymore. The world is gone with the person you loved. These people took the world with them, which in itself says, yeah, now the next step is to build your new world without this person. But she kind of knows that, because in this moment where she sits down and she realizes her pain, he doesn't know about this pain. He doesn't see it. He doesn't know it because he's totally somewhere else. And she's the one who keeps the pain in the world. She's the only one. So the moment she can let go, it's out. It's away. Holding on to things which are not. And even though the signs in the beginning told her already there are things which are not, but she kept holding on it. Because she wants this love, she wants this relationship, she wants to be with somebody together. She is totally ready to give everything for it. And then it's not there. So you have to let go. Goes together into kind of the same direction of the first song also, and this is another point of view for that, in which it tells you that there are your desires and you do everything to make these desires and these dreams come true. And if they don't come true, how difficult it is to get out of this dream. So how difficult it is to make dreams come true, and how difficult it is to get out of the dream again when they don't come true. But there's no other way around. Without our dreams, we lose the meaning of our lives. We are not here to just breathe. We are here to make experiences and to be with people, make experiences with people, go into relationships. Ethel, I love you. This is just amazing. It's just amazing. It's just really, I really appreciate this song so, so, so deeply. These are openers for the whole world. Thank you. Okay. And that's where we are now. And the next one is Lilies. Ooh. I'm not going to say anything about that next song. I just can't wait to get into it. Yeah, here we go. And featuring Mercy Necromancy. Yeah, I don't know her, and we will see or feel or hear which part she will have in there. I don't know. Maybe I will have to go maybe after the song to find out more. But yeah, let's go into Lilies. Lilies, to me, lilies are flowers with a lot of meanings in it, and almost like roses. So I just know that roses you probably can actually use for any occasion, and lilies are very special ones. I remember they're very pure, very innocent, and at the same time you see them a lot on funerals. And yeah, there are a lot of meanings, but let's go and see what Ethel brings us with Lilies. Let's go. Already this beginning now puts me already into this, I don't know, I start to call it this ethel awareness or ethel atmosphere, ethel status somehow, where in which is there's this which is kind of playful, actually light, these tones jumping around there, and underneath there is this pull, this zoom, this like something heavy coming in, and sometimes I'm not sure. This heavy, this full, heavy sound can also be something which frames the space, which gives actually a hold, which gives a ground, but at the same time also it's like a warning. Something is building up somewhere, coming in like a huge wave at some moment. So this mix already, to me, this is what I get, is bringing me into, I call it this ethel status, this ethel place of awareness, comfortable, curiosity, and at the same time respect. It's not fear, but respect. Well, I want to hear it again. I start again from the whole song. Okay. Pooh. Pooh. Tell me, tell me, I'm no one else's but yours. Has a certain dominance in it. It's a certain. Actually, it's kind of. Sometimes it sounds to me like a command. Tell me, I'm no one else's but yours. And which kind of it puts also there that I want to be yours and I want you to be mine. And then and I don't know who says it. Here I'm not anymore. Yeah, okay. Watching me undressed, standing in the door, wedding doves and leather gloves and all the things you're made up of. This actually this romance on the one side and these leather gloves on the other side, and I don't know. Leather gloves normally go like kind of like criminals wear leather gloves when they go to work. I put it like this way, or anyone who wants to cover up its traces and doesn't want to leave any fingerprints anywhere wears gloves. And what a wondrous thing to be in love. Yeah. You're like an angel, nothing can touch you, but I want to hold you, I want to love you. And here it's something is wrong in this whole thing, because if it would be this really beautiful love she's describing, then she would not go there. I want to hold you, I want to love you. This is a difference to I love you and I hold you. Or I want to hold you forever or something like that, but she wants to hold this person. To me, it says this person is not here to hold, and something is in the way to love. Something is in the way to hold and love. There's something I'm not really. And then I think we were here already. You're like an angel. This is the second time already. You're like an angel. So this is already looking up to. And angels are innocent. Angels are pure. Angels are beautiful. Angels are pure love. This pure love and this angel and this purity and innocence goes to this other person. So it's not with her. Good. Cool. Okay. For once, I am in this song and a little bit lost. On one side, I could totally follow it and say that, wow, there is somebody who only wishes this really deep, true love. But on the other side, and also with the music, something is not matching. Let's find out more. I go back quite a piece here, and let's go back into this song, maybe here. Good. Maybe it's also the change of her voice. Her voice is totally different thing here than to the other songs yet. Maybe it's that which kind of... okay. Feel her where her voice goes really deep and down and very clear also. You're like an angel, nothing can touch you. So this is maybe what I mean. This angel and how wondrous thing, actually how wondrous love is. And here it says what a wondrous thing love is. There's also a distance in there. And there's also this distance coming out with you're like an angel, nothing can touch you. You're like an angel, I love to touch you. Is yeah, whatever. Something is biting here. I'll go on. I just interrupted here. I go on with the song. And then it actually really goes on to here, this part. Maybe I'll keep the lyrics in here, so you can go with me. And you're like an angel, I can't come close to you. You know my weakness, but you don't know how. You don't know what I'll do. You're such an angel. I'm gonna hurt you. The weaknesses are there, and it's kind of like playing with it, that you know my weaknesses, but when you go there into my weaknesses, you still don't know what I will do. So this is kind of actually a warning. This kind of, yeah, and then it comes, you're such an angel, I'm gonna hurt you. And it does not match. The only way it matches to the songs before is that here it happened also with that song, I remember, in which she changed roles and she went into the, was it Dust Bowl? I'm not sure if the song was called Dust Bowl, where she goes into the point of view from Willoughby Tucker. And it kind of takes me a little bit there, where I kind of feel that she changed the role and she went into the other person she was singing in the other songs before, in the previous songs before. There are these weaknesses, and this person knows about these weaknesses, and these weaknesses are that it seems to be kind of a pleasure to hurt an angel. What a wondrous thing love is, because this angel here loves him. And there it starts, where you can take advantage of. To me, like, this point of view makes quite a lot of sense. But I want the whole context again. So, okay, sometimes I don't see where my mouse goes here. Good. I go back quite a part. Okay, I give it here. I give it a stop here again, and I will go back anyway. I want to hear this whole end, and this is. I can't help it. I really feel that she changed roles. Please let me know in the comments the way you see it, or if you have some real hard informations about that. And I'm gonna hurt you. I know I'm gonna lose you, but God, I don't want to. So this person here singing, and I think this is that whoever partner from the first songs, so she changed point of view and goes there, in which this is the situation of most people who abuse or take advantage of certain relationships because there is a deficit of something. Most of the time it's empathy, or then there is this lack of being able to love, or the lack of being able to feel. So then they need this try again and again to feel something, this try again and again to love. They go there, but at the same time they know they will hurt this person because they're not able to go there. But they try again and again, and what a wonderful thing love is. And then to know and see you're such an angel, and I'm gonna hurt you. I know I'm gonna lose you, but God, I don't want to. They are trapped themselves in something which is total toxic to themselves too. And it is this is the more innocent version of that, and the less innocent version of that is the manipulating thing, that you just want to hurt because out of your own wounds, out of your own hurts you had, scars you had from previous experiences in relationships, and then you want to give it back, and you are actually looking for these angels and to hurt them too, to kind of like trying to pass this pain on, so to get rid of it, but it won't work that you get rid of it. And I remember now here also the line there was, I think in this in Casings, there was the line that it was okay when she was talking about a phase in the love and the relationship where everything was great and there was a really true love there. And when you said, it is okay that I feel the pain you feel. So when she went with his pain and showed empathy and accompanied him in that one, and he said, it is okay. So that was a beautiful connection there. And then with time it loses this connection, and then you're there alone, and there might be in the beginning some moments where that works, but then these old patterns and old conditionings come up, and it shows that it goes there to hurt somebody else. So I think she sings from this other point, but God, I don't want to. Lilies grow all over the room, and when you come inside, they bloom. There's nothing that I want but you. Tell me, can I be seen through? He also wants to hide that part. He wants to. He knows that when this part comes out, and it will come out, but when it comes out, it's over, and he will lose her. But he needs to hurt her. Even he knows he's losing her, and at the same time, it's kind of like actually the same conflict when you're in a toxic relationship and you start to hold on to, because it's the only thing you have, but at the same time you also want to get out. And it gets really difficult to get out. So this is the conflict there. And here it's the kind of the same conflict. He wants to get out of his pattern, but he can't. But he keeps on doing this pattern because he keeps on making this relationship. So it is going into a complex part of relationship at all. And here, tell me, can I be seen through? If he would be transparent, if he would show himself really, then nobody would want to have a relationship with him, and then things would start to move on upon that fact, and then he can start to clean up and heal things in himself in order to be able to have a good, loving relationship again. Yeah, you're like an angel, nothing can touch you. And these are repeating, it's a kind of a repeating mantra, which is not really true. It's not really felt. And it is there in that line also, nothing, because nothing can touch you. So there is this saying I love you while there is still this separation. And in Casings, I think it was in that one where she tells him, don't lie to me. It's just this love thing here is total not going, you know my weaknesses, but you don't know what I do. And this keeps somebody in the insecurity, and in keeping somebody in that insecurity gives you more power, because in this insecurity you can also work with fear. And this keeps dominance and power. Dominance, yeah, there is a light dominance. The good part, the positive part, and of course there's a dark dominance also. And I'm here, we talk about the dark dominance and dark power, and to keep somebody insecure makes it easier to put fear on them, and makes it easier to control them. We have another control theme here too, as in the song before. Whoa, whoa, good. But God, I don't want to. This is the conflict. This is also a knowledge which this person has and can't get out, and is already actually conscious about that he can't get out. So if these words are spoken out, I'm going to hurt you and I don't want to, then you would have also an open door to go into that theme, go into that process, and find out what is working back there, instead of covering it up the whole time. Maybe I lost myself a little bit in the woods here. Maybe my interpretation, I don't know where it goes to. I will try to do some research after this album then on this song especially. And please give me your comments to it if you have informations. And yeah, I keep it for now here because we are about in the middle of this album, and maybe I have a deeper insight when I heard the 3 songs which are about to come. And the next one is Head in the Wall. Let's go. Maybe in a moment to breathe through, feel yourself again. And yeah, I start to realize here, and that's why I do these breaks of breathing and just like come back to yourself. Don't lose yourself somewhere in thoughts or emotions or spheres. Like always come back, feel the ground. And each time you start to focus on your breath, inhale, exhale, then you start to come back to yourself. When you concentrate on this breathing and the rhythm of it, then you are with yourself and you're not running around somewhere and who knows where. And this is one of these, in earlier days they said count to 10, so this is also something like when you focus on counting, but I like to focus on my breath because then I also feel my body much more. And it seems I start to realize that we are in a real serious album here. This is really going into once more going into places in which most people do not have a language for, they do not have words for, they go around it, they don't really bring it out, and it is so highly important to bring it out. So highly important to talk about abuse and all abuses there are. Each single one. There are not only sexual abuses, there are so many daily abuses actually, and so many times we abuse ourselves. And it's just super important to see, where do I allow others to step into my boundaries, over my boundaries, and where do I step over my own boundaries, and where do I step over boundaries from other people. It is an each day practice. And I practice that since such a long time, and I still need to practice it. There are still unconscious moments in which I just function. And when I function, then something took over which just functions, which just works. And the more it functions, the less feelings are in there. Okay. Hate in the Wall. Ethel Cain. Let's go. I really have to I really have to collect myself and center myself for each song here, because yeah. But I trust Ethel, and I totally trust her, and I also totally trust into the fact that it is a real gift that there is somebody who brings it out in her art, all these things. It's totally important. Good. Here we go. Whoa, was that already the beginning? Sorry, a lot of confusion here. Now, this is really the start. It really starts right away. Sometimes you make me wanna put my fucking head through the wall. And her voice is even more low than in the song before, and gets a total lot of weight, and actually also that it starts so fast. It's kind of, to me, it's like shows the energy which is in the song already. It's just like, whoa, I have to be here right now to go with this song. This is an amazing effect. I just realized now. Okay. Start again. Sometimes you make me wanna put my fucking head through the wall. Sometimes I wonder if I even know you at all. Fall asleep to the sound of your old rotating fan. I cut the fuck out of myself and soaked the bed sheets with blood again. It gets even more intense, so much more intense with this voice to it. Sorry. And Oh, my body is just like unloading also, and it's going into reactions. And yes, it puts this amazing weight in it, and this amazing clearness, and it actually sounds like, okay, here's this frustration part. I bring the lyrics in. Maybe I keep them in here now. um I hope you can read everything. Yeah. Sometimes you make me want to put my fucking head through the wall. Frustration, full frustration. Sometimes I wonder if I even know you at all. Another frustration. And the reason for this frustration, because it is again not possible to make a connection. You can only meet somebody and get to know somebody when you're also able to build up a certain connection. And then this one, like this is just amazing, painful. It's amazing, painful for me. Fall asleep to the sound of your old rotating fan. I know that. I know this moment when it is rotating, when I fall asleep. And this is actually a beautiful place. And then the next one is I cut the fuck out of myself. Which this line also I could put somewhere metaphoric, like then where you cut yourself out of yourself. So like going to certain places where there is pain, and you cut yourself out of this pain. So that could be but then it takes away the metaphoric, and soaked the bed sheets with blood again, as it would be totally normal to cut yourself. And we know that is also, and to hurt yourself is this aggression against yourself, which comes out of an amazing frustration, which goes to a total lost self-esteem, and you want to hurt yourself because you don't feel anything anymore, because you don't know what it feels to feel. And the only thing you can feel is pain. You start to cut yourself. This is a behavior or a strategy which can happen under these circumstances quite often. And the way it is, like going to bed, cut yourself the fuck out of yourself, and then fall asleep under the old rotating fan, as it would be the most normal thing to do in the world. This bringing together that it became kind of like almost every day's happening. This is really going deep. This is really hitting me really hard. And I know you can get to this place where these things suddenly become normal. And also here, I just can say if any emotions come up, if you ever feel anything like that, or even if you know this place, breathe. Just remember, you're still here. And keep it up being here. And also know that we cannot master everything on our own. Get help from a person of your trust or a professional therapist. I'm quite now actually speechless to get such a strong picture from Ethel, and this is not some dream picture. This is hard reality here. She names it, and gives me even a deeper insight in that. Although I know this place and I worked with people who were in this place, even knowing all that, this gives me another level to it too. To face like that in a song in which somebody brings it really out on the point. It touches me deeply. It makes me curious of what comes up with the song because we are just like, I don't know, a minute in the song. Okay, I start again, and I think I leave the lyrics in.
Sometimes you make me wanna put my fucking head through the wall. Sometimes I wonder if I even know you at all. Fall asleep to the sound of your old rotating fan. I cut the fuck out of myself and soaked the bed sheets with blood again. I held my head underwater just to drown out the noise. It's always my fault. Girls will be bitches and boys will be boys.
Ooh, it goes just totally deep into this into this theme, into this how unfair it is, how this is not this injustice actually, to hold your head under the water, so to drown out the noise. And to me, it just connects to the next one. It's always my fault. So it's this noise of, it's always my fault. It's always because of me. It's always because I am wrong. And when I do something wrong, and when I go to the wrong places or whatever, then it's because girls are bitches. While at the same time, and this is such a cliche, which holds itself in our society so hard, and it really makes me angry too. It really fucks me. I need to go as clear as Ethel here, and it really also fucks me because the boys will be boys, the girls are bitches. They do the same thing so many times. They do the same thing, and if there's this line which we had also in my times when I studied all these things, and we had this line among us, which brought it to the point. A guy with a lot of sexual experience, with a lot of girls and women he had sex with, is a winner. A girl with a lot of men and a lot of sexual experiences is a bitch, is a whore, is a slut. These are facts. Oh, let's come back to the song. It's I can feel so with Ethel or Hayden or whatever it is. I can feel so much with it, and yeah, all the women out there in the world and the men. Good, because sometimes these lines don't apply to all the men. That's one thing for sure. It is just this leftover of a weird, sick, distorted, old age, last century, last millennium even, education style. Okay, let's stick with the song. I want to go back again a bit here. Let's go.
And soak the bed sheets with blood again. I hold my head underwater just to drown out the noise. It's always my fault, 'cause we'll be bitches and boys will be boys. I know I don't need you, but I'm terrified of letting you go. Even after all the times you fucked the shit out of me while I was crying out.
I don't know. I don't think it needs words here. I think it's totally speaks for itself, and there's nothing to interpret here. That is down to the earth reality truth. All I can say is this is not okay. And even when I say that here, it sounds like weak and not really on the point. This should not happen, and it does happen. Maybe we just keep this moment here, and I don't know. I should react on that, and I should say things. But this is like as I said, this is reality, and she names it. There's no metaphoric stuff here, or like dressed in certain poetry or something. This is straight out, and I think we all understand it. And maybe we just give it this moment of silence and feel and go into ourselves and see this effect. We need to become really conscious about that. It needs to be in our in the consciousness of our society. It should not be that one singer had one artist. There are a few more artists which bring that out too. But it should not be that's in the hand of artists who put this into their work and they bring it out. It should be in all the hands of all of ourselves, all of us. Okay. I go back a bit again, and we cross this one and we go on deeper into the song. Wow. Oh. I could stop here already. It's already enough. But on the other side, it is not on one side, it would feel like, to me, would feel like running from it again. And maybe it's just like really time to face that. Yeah. Let's go on. I will take a bigger break after this song. All I can say is I hear you, Ethel. And I hear all of the people out there which get abused, all of them. Especially mentally abused. Okay, I'll go back a bit.
Boys will be boys. I know I don't need you, but I'm terrified of letting you go. Even after all the times you fucked the shit out of me while I was crying out. And how am I supposed to feel good about myself when everything I do is wrong? When I'm just an ugly bitch, a fucking freak, and I don't wanna go home. And I don't want.
Okay, I have to take this in small pieces. How are you out there? Please, I did that in songs before, and it's like, I wished we could talk about that right now and hear your feelings also to it. This is really going deep, and I try to stick with the whole thing. It is here also what should not go under in this line here. I don't know. I know I don't need you, but I'm terrified to letting you go. This is this part in which things like that can happen, and this is where this abuse really starts, because you can only abuse somebody, or in this case, in this context here, you can abuse somebody because you can take advantage of the love and this care of this person, and this willing that this person gives so much for this relationship and love. And most of the time we hope so much that our love could heal somebody or change somebody. And this is even worse than when this feeling of helping somebody, healing somebody, even if it's sometimes an illusion, even if it sometimes won't work, but at least the will is here, the energy is here, and to take advantage of that, this is really bad. And then it goes on, and how am I it's just perfect, and it's not hidden in anything, it's straight out. And how am I supposed to feel good about myself when everything I do is wrong? That's what you call mental abuse. And when you're in a relationship and you do everything wrong, then you have a strong, loud sign of a toxic, abusive relationship. No go. Straight out. When I'm just an ugly bitch, reduced to an ugly bitch, reduced to a fucking freak, reduced to somebody who no one can take serious, reduced to somebody who is sick, and this is a line which comes up often, reduced to somebody who needs therapy, and even maybe therapy won't help anymore. These things destroy. They can destroy somebody. They can destroy definitely somebody who still believes in the love. And maybe there is a overdoing energy in want to believe in this love. Maybe there is also something which should be looked at. Why is this strong hold on to this love, which makes you go cut yourself, which makes you go take that you're an ugly bitch and whatever, and then and there's this question really in it: can I, with all that, can I don't want to go on? What is left there? So with this line also, the self-esteem is gone, destroyed. It's flat, and this is what these abusive, sadists or narcissists, that's what they feed on. That's the food they need. That's the energy they need. That's the energy they take deep into them. Doesn't need any interpretation from me. This is straight out pang. This is reality. This is whoa. That's where we are. That's how it looks like. That is how it feels like. And even if it's here, that clear and strong and worldly and realistic, there's also that one point in it in which it makes it so difficult to get out of these relationships. And if you see signs like that in a relationship of a good friend of yours, bring it in. Try to open that door. Even if it's like, hey, if you can't hold it anymore, my door is open. Run away. Come to me. You have a sleeping place. Even sometimes just that can give so much help into this situation. Most of the time, you can't just tear people out of it because they still love this person. There's still too much love there. You need to wait, but open the doors that if that change comes, if that standing up for yourself comes, that they know, okay, I can go there and there and there, and I get help there. Offer that. And maybe here and there say, hey, I don't think this relationship is really good. Don't try to break the relationship and don't try to make a person separate from it. It's much more important to be with the person and give a support on that they can find their self-esteem again. This is much better. The other thing is it just puts fuel into the conflict, because the more you talk against the relationship, the more they think they love this person. These are weird connections there sometimes. But don't leave it alone. Don't blend it out, but also don't try to fix the whole thing, and definitely don't try to save people. Give them support. Show them you're here. But trying to save people, it's difficult. Okay. Now it's really good for me to talk about it. I can get rid of some energies here, and we go back again a bit. Deep breath. Remember, you're still here. There's a world out there. There's beauty out there. And there's a reality also for a lot of people in this song here. And it's important that we know about it, that we talk about it, that we process with it, that we change things. Ethel started to change things with this song, with all these songs actually from the whole album so far. Okay.
About myself and everything I do is wrong. When I'm just an ugly bitch, a fucking freak, and I don't wanna go on. And I don't wanna leave my house, 'cause I know
here it goes on, and this is the next effect, that you don't really go out of the home anymore because you really start to believe that you are worthless. You really believe it, and it goes there where, and this is probably what you hear from this person also, that everybody thinks about you, you're worthless. Everybody sees how stupid or whatever you are. So this is this deep, deep, deep mental and emotional abuse. It's really bad. And then staring at me now. Why the hell am I alive? And yeah. And I can't get out, can't run away. And oh, run away, there's no escaping you now. It's so deeply, badly stuck. And there was one, yeah, I'm gonna die all alone next to you in this piece of shit town. It's this helplessness and this future. There's no future. There is no perspective anymore to anywhere. There is no life. This life will end dying next to him in this piece of shit town. And out there would have been a life, but I couldn't get out of here, so I missed it. And I missed it because Jesus doesn't even love me. Nobody loves me. The person I love don't loves me. Or at least the person who actually says, I am here, or I am stuck with you too, and because of you, is also stuck in that whole thing. And whose fault is it? Yeah. Yeah, we've been cursed since the start. Jesus didn't want us. And then this is now the next one, which really got me here. I hope you can read it still when I do that. I take it away here. And you take all of your sins out of my body like everyone else does. This is what happens with this kind of energies. And that's why these energies sometimes are stuck in the history of families even. Perpetrators give their energy on because they acted out on somebody else. This somebody who gets this energy and acts it on the next one out. So there is a line in there until somebody starts to really get out of it. We know how that works, and we know this is also a fact in how trauma works, that we sometimes in a certain way to act out this trauma, not solving it and not healing it, but you need to act it out so that the pressure and energy of it, you can cut it a bit down, or you think you can cut it a bit down, and then you pass it on. And this is exactly, and you take all of your sins out of my body like everyone else does. This shows up that circle which happens in these patterns, and they go on and on and on because you take them all out on other bodies too. And this one I don't. Please help me here. Shooting up our old school when we get bored of shooting up our. I kind of have an idea about it, which goes there, in which actually it could, for me, it actually could go there to. It goes there to shoot up the old school when we get bored of shooting up. So it's when this kind of gets so bored, then we, actually break this boredness of this shooting up schools by shooting it up. So it's kind of use the same energy to change another energy. And here I have a question. This is how I understand it a bit. And here I have the question of, is my interpretation right, that you start to use actually the same, and it goes on because you get bored of shooting up. So that's why you shoot up this shooting up. Something like this. I'm give me, if you have any ideas or interpretations or facts on that, let me know. And here's the next one coming already. But I still go back a bit, and here we go. Okay, yes. I liked that part in which, I hope I remember everything. I like this part here, and fuck the cops and fuck God and fuck this town for ruining us. This person abusing her, of course, is an abused person too. That's this repeating this behavior, this phenomenon of this repeating, and then this anger comes up for everything there which is not able to stop that, and especially the cops can't stop it. God seems not to stop it, and out of the point of view of somebody who gets abused, they are abandoned by God. The pain they go through is not explainable. It's not explainable that God can watch that, or that there is a deeper lesson which you can learn. You can learn a lesson out of it. Sometimes. Sometimes not. Sometimes there are things happening which are, the damage is too deep. It even hurts me to say that. And I saw things which were not to fix anymore. And it even hurts me. And I wished everything, whatever happens, each wound, whichever happens, would be to be healed one day. And then he goes out, fuck the cops, fuck God, they are not here, and fuck this town for ruining us. And the town would be the next community around us, the family and the community. And they don't even do anything. You are the loneliest during an abuse, after the abuse, when you're living when you are in a toxic relationship, you are the loneliest person in the world. You have nothing anymore. And if you really have nothing anymore, when you forget that you are breathing and you have breath, you have a body, you have a heartbeat, you have blood flowing through your body. And this can happen, you forget all these things. So why don't die? Because what do you lose? You can actually only win, because if it's on the other side really more beautiful, then you won. But we don't know that, so I'm not saying do that. I'm just saying remember that you have a body and a heart. The heart wants to live still. It's still pumping. It's still making the blood run through your body. And in this blood, there's this nourishment for all organs and muscles. There's healing for all organs and muscles constantly in your blood, with your breath. You're connected to the outside because you're breathing. You breathe the air inside of you. You take the outside inside of you, and then the inside of you goes to the outside again. We are in a constant exchange with the inside outside. We are so deeply connected to our body. Don't lose that. Even in the worst times, don't lose that. Just listen to your heart, and your heart keeps pumping, because your heart wants to stay alive. Your heart knows once you get over these obstacles, once you get over these experiences, life can go on. Maybe not the same as before, but it can go on. And I said that already before, and this brings me here too, because I want to bring something positive also in here. And all this development here, and when you get over these obstacles and everything, then you become the wounded healer. And the wounded healers are the ones which have learned out of their own healing to heal. And once you learned to heal yourself, you're able to bring this energy on, because you know what it's all about. You know what it's all about. You didn't read about it in books, you know. So this is the wounded healer. Good. But coming back to here, and they all put holes in all we own and in our heads, pumped full of lead. Yeah. Yeah. You always told me I could only leave you once we're both dead. This is kind of the ultimate control to have about somebody. Your way out of here is only when you are dead. This is the ultimate control. This is taking away any hope, any thoughts, even any emotions, anything which is there, taking away. The only way out here is death. And here, and this is actually, to me, actually a really sad moment when this came up also, and also this one here. Both are the beginning of that song, which kind of approves that it is a circle and it's repeating itself. And that made me a little bit sad, because I realized, shit, this is really how it goes. And all the song, all what is here, all what we learned about, all what Ethel shared here, comes to the point that it just repeats itself again. So that's why it ends with the beginning. It's strong. I don't know how you could put that down in more clear, more strong energy and words as Ethel does it here. It is. And then also, please, I go back, and for the end of here, we will listen again to the ending. Listen to the voice, how deep and soft and so special it gets. And this is not in all songs. This is sometimes I hear this kind of Ethel's voice, and I think to me, I think in this voice, this is now something I put together for myself. I think this voice is Hayden Anhedonia. Silas Hayden Anhedonia. This is her in this voice. There is nothing else anymore than pure her. So this is what I kind of start to feel in that. I don't know if I get it, but to me it is. I can feel Silas Anhedonia the most in that voice, and of course I feel her and Ethel and what she creates with all these things. Totally, it's always Silas. It's always this deeper source she opens also with Ethel. But in this one part, I think everything else is gone. It's just her alone. Thank you. I go here, and then we listen the end, and you can also listen the voice. I hope the voice is still on here. Maybe I go here because I can never hear it enough. Let's enjoy it, and then after that one we go into the next one, which is Knuckle Velvet. Here we go. Enjoy.
Once we're both dead. Sometimes you make me wanna put my fucking head through the wall. Sometimes I wonder if I ever even knew you at all.
Thank you for being here. Yeah, now we come to the second last song of this album, and I am already very deeply touched, and I think this is one of the most clear and straight out and so honest artwork I ever saw with these themes, with this theme of abuse. However, whatever you want to do, the effect on that is Ethel brings it here in all the hardness, the intensity, this destructiveness, in all how destructive that is. She brings it in without any hesitation, without any wanna cover up or make it somehow easier to take or to digest. So just like this is how it really is. And to me, this is definitely already one of the most impressive work I ever saw to this theme like that. So good. We go on, and it's Knuckle Velvet. And with everything I heard so far, and I felt so far, and I got so far from Ethel. This says something to me, and it actually the title does totally match into this album, and yeah, I think you have an idea already too. But let's go into Knuckle Velvet. Deep breath. Be here. Feel your heartbeat. And then we go in here. And yeah, what I also wanted to say, it's really cool you're here. I appreciate that totally. And one moment, I have to... So, good. Now it's perfect. Sorry, I don't. If I didn't, no, I don't cut anything on that video. This is just how it is. This is me. Cool. Okay. My battle. So, now I'm comfortable. Cool. Knuckle Velvet. The next song.
Nothing hurts like you do. Like the way you say I love you. Leave the room half undressed. I'm saying prayers through a throttled neck. Come into the room and make me cry all over again.
It totally goes on, and it's again this nothing hurts like you do, like the way you say I love you. This is such a weird thing that in such a toxic, abusive relationship, these three words I love you are still there, and is still something which has power and influence. And we, in so many times, we hang on these words because we want to believe them, even if they are not true, and even if we know they are not true. But just because we hear it, we think sometimes, but there's maybe hope somehow, some way, although we know it's actually impossible. And it shows again how deep this conflict is when something happens with love, because I go back to this what I said before, that she's so much in love and gets abused, and she can't get out of her love. She needs to hold on, whatever the reasons are. Leave the room half undressed. I'm saying prayers through a throttled neck. Half undressed is an intimate moment. It is vulnerable. And she's hurt. And saying prayers through this throttled neck. Come into the room and make me cry all over again. Is actually begging for going on with that. Make me cry all over again. Come back into the room. Or come into the room and make me cry all over again. And I mean, with a throttled neck and the prayers you put out there, and then in this pain and in this misery, she probably has to hear, I still love you, or I love you, or whatever the phrases are there. Another phrase for that is like, you make me do these things. It's as bad and degrading as something can be, and hurting as something can be. It's your fault that I am like that. This is also a phrase which comes often up in these situations. Pooh. I'll go back to the beginning and here, and let's have the start again. Okay.
And nothing hurts like you do. Like the way you say I love you. Leave the room, half undressed. I'm saying prayers through a throttled neck. Come into the room and make me cry all over again. You're coming so hard, got me through the heart. Just another day, and you'll still tell me I'm healing. See it on your face, you won't ever change. In your ways, shed your knuckle velvet torn on my teeth. You torn apart. You'll just
Okay, I I was reading a bit ahead here also, but I have to go step by step. I can't. First of all, I can't remember everything. Second, it's like really intense, a lot coming here, and one thing is like to go through the whole song and listen it, and just to have this first impact, and then listen it again and again, or then I have to really take it in little pieces here also. So that's why I'm pausing, I think, quite a lot here in this album. But yeah, you come in so hard, gore me through the heart, just another day. It coming hard, coming into my life so hard, coming into me so hard, coming into my soul so hard, coming into my heart so hard. And there's nothing soft, there's no love there. It's just this hurting energy. And it seems like the whole meaning of it is to hurt. So any energy which hurts is okay, as there would be no other way. And it just matches also with head in the wall, that how you don't, somebody who is not worth it, you don't treat differently, because it's just not worth it. And it goes back to all these songs in which, again, this taking advantage of somebody who loves you, this taking advantage of somebody who decides to be with you, to commit to you, to give to you. And then you take it all, they give. Or this person takes it all, he gets, and doesn't give anything in return, gives pain back in return out of his pain. Maybe in the end to also feel himself. This comes here in this one. Still tell me you're healing. So I can put these in two directions, and it doesn't matter which direction. It's like that he is healing with her. So I'm healing, and please give me time. Or that he thinks he heals her. See it on your face, you won't ever change in your ways. So he says, I love you, and it's healing, whatever, but in the eyes talk another language. And this also shows up that she actually sees clear what is happening, but she can't get out of it yet. So, shed your knuckle velvet torn on my teeth. When you're torn apart, you'll destroy me again. This is the circle in there. And this is also the circle which says that there might be moments where he is not torn apart and he's kind of calm. And these are the moments when you are a victim in a toxic relation like that, then you think, now, maybe, this is what I want, this is it. And the fear of the moment where he is torn apart again or is just upset about something, the fear is so big that you start to kind of disappear or kind of become invisible just in order not to do anything wrong so this person can stay calm. And this is pure fear. And although we know that a relationship based on fear and having somebody in there is telling you, I love you, this is bullshit at its highest. That's just, you can't have it more faked. You can't have less love in a relationship than that. There is no, there's this, that's, I don't know what it is, but it's definitely not love, nothing. Good. And here it really shows, so this actually, and if I take the whole album now here, it kind of this repetition, there is this inside on all these songs, all these what she sings about it, and still that part where she can't stop it or can't get out of it yet, at least. Okay. I'll go back again a bit and then start again.
Still time there, healing. See it on your face. You won't ever change. And you ask, shed your knuckle velvet torn on my teeth. You torn apart. You'll destroy me again. Bleeding out on your sleeve. You kill me anyway, but softly. With all your crying like you died. That first night I made you spend on your own. You're such a child, and you know nothing in my
Okay, this is another break here. Okay. This part we had, when you're torn apart, you'll destroy me again. Bleeding. I see her there bleeding out on his sleeve, crying out. It can be it's tears and it's even blood. It is all this pain coming out, bleeding, or with the tears or whatever. All this energy on his sleeve, but you kill me anyway, but softly. So even in this moment of total surrender, of total giving in, of total helplessness, of total vulnerable, he would kill her, but not softly. Stays in this hard one, and it is this description of the energy which is real, and it's the energy in each single abuse there is. It's this energy. It is not this guy behaves now with this pattern with her. Each single abuse energy anywhere under any circumstances or any situation is killing somebody, not softly. So both is already bad. Just it is killing somebody, and it's not in a nice way. there is no nice way to kill somebody, so that makes it double worse. But it is, it's just to remember that at least you can say abuse always kills at least a part in somebody. And if you really go on with this abuse, you can kill the whole person. That's what his line says here. And this is the change now here. This is with all your crying like you did that first night I made you spend on your own. You're such a child. It seems to be something which happened at least in the beginning, in the first night, and she left him. She left him alone, and he became a child, and you know it. And that's this part in which probably he triggered her helping energy, the energy to help, this rescuing energy to save him. Having this little child there in the first night, and then you go like, oh wow, I have somebody here who really needs me. And then you really go into that. And that was probably the space in which she said, yes, that is something I want to give my love there. And then it changed. It is not that, this is how these moments actually always start. It starts with a certain trust. And then it changes. So the perpetrators in this case, they build up first a certain trust before they hit. Yeah. Nobody goes into a relationship like that when they know before what is going to happen. And after, when all the emotions and all the feelings are in it, then it becomes hard to leave that relationship. Good. Saying that, I go a little bit back. Don't miss anything.
On your own, you're such a child, and you know. Nothing in my heart is open. You're coming too close, and now you don't have it that you know. Without you, and every double blow is love. I don't give back, baby, to take the love that I give away, and just say
It really gets me, because it seems to be, I must be honest, I am waiting actually for relief. And I realize now also with all that this is kind of also like, it made me just think now that I'm waiting for this relief. I hope Ethel gives it to us There's only one song left. I don't know what will be there in the last song. But so far, if I go with all these things, and I have this wish for a happy, kind of a happy end, that all these things happen and go through it and work with it and transform it, blah, 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 all these things, which are right too, and these are possibilities, of course. But then here I also realize that it just went through my mind now, and this is something I got now from this whole album, and also with these songs from Ethel. Something I learned now from Ethel is that trauma is not something which happens to you and then you go and fix it and everything is okay. It's not working like that. Even in the best case, you heal a trauma. In the best case. And in the best case, this even might make you to a wounded healer yourself, a true wounded healer. Even in this best case, the memory stays. You will remember that place, and your body will remember, and with remembering what happened, it will trigger all that what is connected to that place. It won't destroy you anymore. It won't kick you out of life anymore for a while. It won't dominate your day or week or months anymore. But the impact stays, the memory stays, and the change it did in yourself stays also. So this is not something you just go and fix or exchange with something new. And this is, I think, what I get now by here. And this is also touching me really deeply, because it takes me out of this narrative, of this thinking of, if you really want, then you can heal yourself. You can heal yourself to a certain point, but not fully. You can heal yourself to there where you can lead your life, where you can have joy, you can build up something, but this one experience will stay in your in your memory, and here and there you remember, and it will do something, and it changed you, and you know it changed you, and that is what I take with me. So it is not always, yeah. Trauma is not something which just happens and then you go and fix it. It's more. It's touches life. It touches the deep life. And did I miss something? I just go down here. And, oh yeah. That was also very impressing me. Nothing in my heart is hoping you'll come back. Too cold to know what I don't have without you know. So the heart, the heart needs to turn cold. It does not know anymore, it doesn't feel anymore. And every drop of blood is love I don't get back. Beautiful. It's a beautiful line, even if it's very, very sad. Each drop of blood she was bleeding, in each drop there was love going out, there was a feeling going out, there was life going out with it. And she won't get it back. This is another one you have to face also. And that's why it needs so much consciousness about what trauma is and what abusive is, what abusing is, what taking advantage of weakers is, what that really means. To know that this is a serious thing. Okay. Okay, good. We go straight on to the last song, Golden Age. I am ready for it. I wanna know where that does go, and yeah, let's see. Let's see, Golden Age. The next song and the last song of this totally amazing album, which really gets me. Golden Age. Yes, I do hope there is that Golden Age is a golden age, and she finds the golden age or whatever that is, and it's in gold. I hope so. I feel that I realize that there are expectations actually in me, and on the other side also I know that this is one of the best artwork I ever saw to this theme or ever heard to this theme. And I say saw because these words put so many pictures into me and so many feelings also into me. And I realize abuse and these toxic relationships are it is pain, it is hurt and pain. It is, yeah. And you cannot talk about it without these feelings too. Of course you can talk about it, but then it's not the same as when you can bring it in a way like Ethel did it here. So you can also feel what it is, and the feeling in this is not good. But this is important to know it is not good. And not like I said before, not like this thing of traumas happen and then you can go and fix it. Trauma happens, and it's that what Ethel sings here and brings here to go to this point and realize what the real impact is. So I'm already talking a lot again. Let's hear the last song. Golden Age. Here we go. Is it me? Or do you also realize that her voice changed totally again? And this is coming out of one, or maybe out of Ethel, or maybe out of whatever where from she sings, but the voice changed totally. And actually, it kind of changed even to that I am not sure where it actually goes. And I have a way, I forgot the way. This is a little confusing. Maybe it should show up that she is confused. I'm on my way. Don't wait too long. I don't want you to get tired of me. She's talking to somebody. I'm not sure to whom. Maybe even that person she is together with. I'll be coming along. Okay. It's opening up a new field, and I don't know yet where we are. But I just wanted to point out also that her voice is somewhere else. So that puts me where it is. We are more in kind of like an opener for a certain atmosphere in a certain situation and a certain point of view. That's what I wanted to point out, actually. Oh, let's go.
And I don't wanna talk about love anymore, 'cause it's getting too much for me. All I do is waste and decline, waiting for that age in my life when I'm old and love is all that I'll need.
This is like an end. This is really like an end. This is really like going somewhere where it just surrenders to this destiny. It surrenders to what there is, and it surrenders that deep that I don't want to talk about love anymore. What for? Because it's getting too much for me. All I do is waste and decline her life, waiting for that age of my life when I'm old and love is all that I'll need. So it seems like that she is now in a situation, or she kind of puts it together in her world, in her experiences, that there is no love in that moment where she is actually right now. And there's kind of like going, my mother's white gown, it kind of goes back into this family, and it's also going back into, it's like the same, she's like kind of stuck in the same story like her mother was. She's dancing in her white, swaying in her white gown, and then holding on like a dog they forget to put down. This is so, she gave up. This is giving up. This is, and I whore out my tears and just keeping waste the best of my years. It is like she, in this, to me, in this deep, deep, deep search for love, and we talk here about love and connection, that love which brings two people together. This is connection. And I feel again that this was her way. This is what she was looking for. This person in here, or Ethel, or whoever here sings, even Silas, this is what she was looking for, this deeper connection, this real true love, which is above any form of relationship or form of living together or sexuality or how deep sexuality is. It is this true deep connection which needs two persons who open up. I whore out my tears and just keep wasting the best of my time. She just gave herself again and again into this situation, and she was actually prostituting herself in there, because she stayed in there even she did not get what she wanted. But at least she got attention, or at least she had at least the idea of relationship. Maybe you can even cut it down to say, oh yeah, I have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. And that's it, not more. But at least you can say that. You don't need to say, I'm single since I don't know how long. Although you are single in a relationship, she was always single in her relationships. And she gave everything she had, and nothing came back except I love you. And this is totally going into this whore kind of deal. Like, all she got is I love you, but she didn't get the connection. She didn't get the heart. She didn't get the real. She felt always what the real thing is. Wasting the best of my years. So she's waiting for, and there's this. This is kind of, I have to match that somewhere into this song, because there was this line that when I am older, I want to get this age. I think even the golden age in which there will be love. So there's kind of like a hope that there will be love. Okay, I go back a bit again and let's go.
Swaying in the lamplight in my mother's white gown, holding out like a dog they've yet to put down. I hold out my tears and just keep wasting the best of my years, like a beauty queen with eyes pierced.
strong, 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 strong lines, strong lines. Like a beauty queen with eyes bleared. Yeah, and got what I wanted, but it's never enough for me. This is an actually kind of almost like a realistic moment suddenly, and clear sight on self-reflection. And it can have two sides in it. It was never enough because it was actually never enough because she just people took advantage of her and did not give her what she was asking for. Or what also can happen there is that people maybe gave, but it was not enough for her, so she wanted more. So even people gave also, she wanted more, she needed more. And there is also kind of like something where you really have to look closely and to see what is realistic to give and what is realistic to get, instead of also being in a circle form. It's never enough. And then, darling, don't you see I'm so beautiful and it's wasted on me. This is this self-destruction. And it's destruction. It is destructed. It is what happens when you get destroyed by somebody and you really land there and you really take it. Because the taste reminds me, I hate what love's turned out to be, this big disappointment. And then it is two things actually in it, because we do most of the time have over-exaggerated pictures of love, which are not realistic. And sometimes it needs also that kind of shock that this kind of love you imagined the whole time is not real. There is love, but it's on another level. And when you can go there where you really start to feel love and get these little parts which make the difference, because these little parts are here, they're real, they're feelable, but they are not most of the time not as spectacular than the imaginations we had or the expectations we had about love. Then you're slowly getting there. Yeah. Good. I just see that I have, yeah. Okay. Oh, I keep this one in here. And I think we go a little bit back and start here again. Ooh, please, Ethel, please. Bring it to a good end, if possible. I can put so much into this, because this is something I totally can feel with her, and because I heard the other things also a lot of times, but this one here a lot of times, and I can really go with it, because it just makes me sad, letting the wild with everything, every man who brings a world of hurt with him each time he falls in my bed. The bed, falling in her bed, and this wild he brings in, points out to me that the whole thing always becomes sexual, and for Ethel here, it is not the sexual part. It is also the sexual part, but the real part is actually this connection. Again, but they come with their wild, and this wild is wild, and then this in a wild behavior. If you are connected already with somebody, then you can get really, really, really wild also. But if you come in and you haven't established a connection yet, and you go wild, then you won't establish it, because in wild and fast and intense and heavy and violence, there is a certain connection possible, but it's not the one Ethel is looking for. So she's tired of that. And she doesn't like her house anymore, because I don't want to be in my house anymore. And this is to me and also another metaphor for example, that the man go for her house, not for the person who is living in the house. That's the difference. On the point, beautiful, in a few lines. It's just amazing. Do you just want my blood? Am I just damn hard? That damn hard to love. That brings it also to the point. This is somebody who meets somebody and standing at the side and watching what her body and this person are doing, but is not involved. And it takes, and here blood goes. Has actually two on one side, it reminds me also that when you lose blood, you lose energy, so it can be a metaphor for energy, but here I think it's both. It's a metaphor for energy, because the blood carries energy, and it's also actually physical bleeding, because we had this part of bleeding before in the other songs also. So do you just want my blood? Like, be violent to me, hurt me till it bleeds, and then also take my energy from me. It's like it kind of goes in a direction of stealing her energy out of her body until there's nothing left, and then they go. And she couldn't stop it, because the desire for love and connection and relationship was just too big. So this was the price. And there she realized that she was prostituting herself, and that she gave something she didn't want to really give, but she gave it for a bigger case. And it didn't get appreciated. It didn't land with these people, because they are totally not connected to themselves. So they actually already don't feel it. Okay, that was an interruption, so I go on from here. I go a bit back, so in case I don't want to cut a line here.
Do you just want my blood? It's that damn hard to love, 'cause it feels like all I have is still just starting. And I guess that I'll just go outside and watch the fire and feel the ghosts like farther away from you. And what I wanted back, this is never
got me. Oh, oh, this was such an beautiful, deep touch, and it's actually in my perception. What really happens is Ethel sings, I think, or Hayden sings about connection, and what she is she is somebody who can connect. And I don't know if she would agree with me now, but because she connects to me and she connects to you, and she sings about this connection, and this is the theme. And she learned on a certain way. She learned how to connect, because this song here, actually all of these songs here, and this song here connects really deep to me. It is, and especially with this ending, I'll be coming along, I'll be coming along, and don't wait too long. I don't. No, wait here. And I have found a way. Oh gosh, where is it? Where is it? Here. I get over myself and I tell myself that I don't have to wait to be. Yeah. That's where something really deep inside of me touched me, and it shows me. And if it's touching you too, then we have certain similar feelings and patterns in that one here. And it's not only this one, it's also that to being touched from this whole album. But this one here is a very special one. I'll get over myself and I tell myself that I don't have to wait to be happy when I'm old. It goes there where it says, I can change it now. I can hang out in this carousel, keeping turning in all the pain and hurt. Or I also can get out, or try to get out, or try as best as I can, and as best it will work to get out. This is the real point. So the first step is to get over myself and to face what happened, to face what is, to become real with that, to own it, and not to keep it out there and because of that and that and that and that, to own it, and then tell myself that I don't have to wait, and that one of these days I'll find my way. She found her way. She knows where it goes. She forgot about it. She keeps forgetting about it. It's a kind of a process there too. And then, and one of these days I will find a way. One of these days it will be. Work on it, and this day will come. To fight the waves, embrace the pain. Beautiful! This is so beautiful. This is transformation. This is where you go when you stand up. First you stand up to fight the waves, and then embrace the pain. So it is always both for a transformation. It is, on one side, is to fight certain things and not let them overrun you. And at the same time also to know what you cannot fight, and when you can't fight it, then embrace it, because it belongs to you. Embrace it, bring it in. And paint, feel that and let it melt on your tongue, or let it touch your heart, and paint the ages 100 shades of gold. Up to you. If you paint, and which colors you want to paint it. And of gold, and of gold, and of gold. I'm so happy for that. Thank you, Hayden, that you put this in this last song, and it does not take away from me. I keep remembering that traumas and abuse, experiences in the abuse, is not something you experience and then you go and fix it. Much more than that. But in there also, it is good to have this moment to stand up and to realize you're the painter of your life. And when I say you're the painter of my life, you are the painter of your life, and I am the painter of my life, then I also can say you are the artist of your life. You are the songwriter of your life. You are the one who makes music for your life. So you can make true music. You can make some music. You can make music which really deeply satisfies you, or you can make music which brings money. And we all know what Silas Hayden Anhedonia does. We all know what kind of music she makes. That's the difference. Take that with you. Take that with you and see where you have your power. And it doesn't need to be an art or a way, the way you create your life, as long as you are creating your life. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how successful you are. What matters is that you do create your life. I love it. And whatever happens, keep it up. Just don't you give up. I love this album. I love it deeply. Thank you. Thank you.